Oh, hello there, chaps, chapettes, and chapexes. I am Tom Brewster from Shut Up and Sit Down, and there are two simultaneous, unrelated bits happening right now, and that might be a little confusing. So it's me. It's Ben from Board and Savior. I was just name dropping a big old board game YouTube channel, hoping that it would get me some more views. I'm sorry. It won't happen again. Hey, no time to explain any jokes. Just make them, move on, and save the name dropping for the end. You can do it then, but just wait. There's gonna be a ton, and they'll be justified. So, all right, back to you. Righto. I was recently approached by one of the biggest names in board games with a smashing idea to create one perfect Kallax cube. One cube stuffed to the brim. So enough faffing about. Come along with me and let's see how many great games I can fit within a 13-inch by 13-inch by 15.5-inch centimeters. Whatever all that was in centimeters. Let's begin, as I always do, around back. Unlike my other Kallax cubes, like, for example, the one directly next door, there's no overhang here, right? That's one of the essential rules of this challenge. Nothing can be spilling out. Everything has to stay within the confines of the cube. First up here, we've got 5 traps, basically everything you can see. And this is Bruno Catala's absolute best. You know what they say, you can't spell Catala without Mancala. And that, I'll pause to explain that one. This game has like Mancala kind of elements to it. So what I just did was comedy, or at least like it had the flavor of comedy. It was like adjacent to comedy. I think we'll get there eventually. This here is a little deck of cards. I had space, so why not? You could play Rummy, or Egyptian Rat Screw, or Garbage, or Hearts, or Spades, or the other suits. And worst case scenario, you can do like bad close-up magic, and then your friends can say, "Oh, wow, that was really good. It wasn't my card, but it was a card." Now it's time to reveal the other side. Editor Ben, please unveil the first 2 games. Did it happen? Was there fanfare? Okay, these are party games. Just classics, you know, really good ones that you're gonna want to have in any collection. And if you can fit them into one cube, why not? Decrypto is the first of these. This is, you know, kind of an old standard where you've got a bank of words that you need to give clues to have your team guess. But there's a twist here because the other side is also trying to guess the banks of words. And like that explanation makes it sound basic, but it's really good. It's not. It's, oh, yeah, oh. And then cocker lock and poker, or cockroach poker, or le poker de coquerel, whatever language you say it in. It's going to be fun. Name of the game is very simple here. Lie. Or, okay, and I'm just putting this out there, don't. Totally up to you. You can teach this game in like 2 to 3 minutes and then have just a lifetime of fun. How cute is that? All right, I'm going to get out of here. We're going to get the British guy back in because people will get mad if they hear me say Birmingham. So, and next up it is Brass Birmingham. Leicester. Gloucestershire. I understand those words may seem a little silly to you, funny. Oh, they're not spelled the way they're said. You say Arkansas. I rest my case. This game is number 1 on Board Game Geek's all-time top board games, and it comes in a staggeringly trim box. Staggeringly. I almost couldn't not include it. It may be heavy. It may be dense. But English breakfast if it isn't one hot cup of tea. And right next door, we have a game that really bangers my mash and bubbles my squeak. It's Roll for the Galaxy. This is a game with a brilliant mechanism where you need to wait for your opponents to take actions that benefit them in order for you to progress and win the game. This is amazing, and this is true across the Blank for the Galaxy game systems. But if you throw in a few million dice, you've got yourself a winner. Let me get a few of these games out of here, revealing some more, and I'll leave you with this. Numpty, Lori, Tickety-boo. All right, let me get a couple up top. Mr. Editor, You really gotta signal me, man. I'm live. I'm in person, so I can already see it. So I don't know if you did it. Call me or something next time, please. Oh my goodness. It is time for a 2-player extravaganza. And how often do you say that word? You should try saying it more. It feels really good. Air, Land, and Sea is the Reese's Cup of board games. What do I mean by that? I mean that it's so much goodness packed into such a small package. For anyone who is allergic to peanuts and so hasn't had a Reese's Cup, Reese's Cups are the Air, Land, and Sea of candies for the same reason. Let me get this thing out of here so I can go to the next one. Watergate. This has one of my all-time favorite mechanisms in any game ever, which is the tug of war. A bunch of games have this, but this one uses it super well. You either play as Nixon or the journalist trying to take down Nixon. You're fighting over evidence, and you have to decide whether the evidence is like worth fighting for or whether you should let this one go. It's really great. It's like a tense 30-minute game. Very, very fun. I am really right now seeing that innovation is in here up top, and I didn't remember that I put it in there. So I don't have a script for that. So I'll just kind of go off the cuff and say that innovation is really good. It's super deep. It's like a tiny little, it's kind of like Air, Land, and Sea for how much goodness they packed into such a small package. It's all of human history's innovations, all of the advancements from, writing and the wheel to nuclear weapons, like the fun stuff. And yeah, you play it in like an hour and it's really good. It's super mechanical and like thinky, but it's great. And then we have Raptor here by the Brothers Bruno. That's right. In this universe, brothers are determined by first name rather than last, and they did such a good job. It's got one of the best like action point systems in any game ever. Basically, you and the opposing player simultaneously reveal numbered cards. Whoever plays the lower number does a special action. Whoever plays a higher number gets a number of like generic actions equal to the difference between the two numbers. So like if it's a 9 and a 5, the person who played the 5 gets a special action, the person who played the 9 gets 4 generic whatever, it doesn't matter. It's really good, and it's such a smart system. I love it so much. And Whitehall okay, so I gotta get the other guy back in here because British garbage again. Bye. Well, if it isn't old Spring-Heeled Jack. Whitehall Mystery is a hidden movement style game where some bobbies from Scotland Yard try and track down our most famous Ripper. Whichever side of the board you're on, it is almost instantly tense, and could you please come back? I'm feeling knackered. Two last games, reaching around back for this one. What is it? It is Coop. I probably should have put this with the other party kind of games because it is one, but I forgot it was there, like innovation. Turns out you can fit a lot of games into a Kallax cube if they're in little boxes. Like I said, party game, Lie to Your Friends is kind of the name of this one. Very fun. You're going to be pretending to be fancy captains and contessas, and you'll probably end up doing silly voices here and there. Not that I would ever do those, because I'm cool. And then last, and definitely not least, Paladins of the West Kingdom. I had to get worker placement in here somewhere, and this is genuinely one of the absolute best. It's pretty new to my collection, but it is already a staple. It's super finely tuned, well balanced, and it has so many opportunities where you can feel smart, you can feel like a brilliant board gamer and make fine moves and all of that. So had to mention that one. Paladins of the West Kingdom. Away with you. Shoo. I'm doing the outro. All right. Editor Ben, please return me to my digital dreamscape. Thank you. You did what I asked for, and I appreciate that. I did not know it would make me want to hell. Oh. All right. Don't click away. There are interesting things yet to spew forth from my mouth. Not that. Words. Trust me, just words. All right. As I mentioned at the top of this video, and despite my obvious brilliance, this whole idea was not mine. No, it came from the twisted minds over at Chits and Cardboard, two lovely chaps who are currently linked in my description. Open up that description, and what do you see? Other names. Why are there other names there in addition to Chits and Cardboard? Well, it's because they reached out to a whole bunch of other wonderful board game YouTubers and content creators. Who are they? They are Cardboard Hunter, Tantrum House, Economic Board Games, Rolling with the Beard, One Board Family, Gaming Rules, and Board Game Brigade. They're all down there. Click on all of them. They all have a video with this very same premise on their channel live right now, or it will be live later today depending on when they upload it. But it's today, so go look at them. And if you don't look at them, then I won't end this video with the name of another ridiculously pronounced city. So go, and then come back. I'll wait. Okay, all right. Have you done it? Anik. Look at that. Anik. What? What is the point of all those letters if they don't mean anything? That's all. That's all I've got. Ta-ta!